Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Christine. Today we are doing a fun little makeup tutorial, and I haven't done just a plain old makeup tutorial in so long, and I feel like lately I've been going for the more natural, soft glam looks, but today I wanted to try something with a lot more impact, and I've seen this filter all over Instagram stories, and it is the Lil Icey Eyes Instagram filter, and I'll pop a picture on the screen of what it looks like, but I'm obsessed with the whole look. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to recreate as well. So if you are interested in seeing my take on this little Instagram filter, first make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the little notification bell. You don't want to miss any of my newest videos. I post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I have nothing on my skin, and I'm currently in Malibu, if you have noticed from the different background. With the whole coronavirus being quarantined, we're actually staying with Brandon's family. That way all of us are all together. I kind of am loving like the decor and how pretty this house is. I would love to live here. I have here a big old makeup bag of makeup that I brought all the way from home, and this makeup bag is actually from Amazon. I love it. I'll go ahead and link it down below. But this is kind of the look that I want to recreate today. This is actually the filter on my face with no makeup currently, and I just think it is so beautiful but also pretty easy to recreate, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that out. I have nothing in my brows right now, and it takes me forever to do my brows, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed through that, and I will be right back. Okay, so brows are done, and like I said, that took me so long, and I've been so into like the bushy effect lately, so it does take me a little bit longer. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and actually finish off the eyes first, but I want to go ahead and prime and allow this some time to kind of sink into the skin. So I'm gonna use this Benefit the Professional, just because I kind of want to use like a full coverage foundation, and this primer is really great for covering up any of the pores that I have. Okay, for the eyes, in the photo it looks like the liner is just super smoked out. It's mainly the lashes that are the focus. I currently have lash extensions on, but they are like nearing the end of its life, so I'm actually going to put on false lashes on top. I don't have all of my makeup with me, but if I did, I would use like a black kohl pencil or like a pencil liner and kind of smudge it out. But to make do, I'm actually going to go ahead and go in with my Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I think there's a really nice dark brown in here that I'm going to go ahead and try to smudge out. This one is in the shade Sting. I have a little angled brush that I'm going to use and kind of smoke that out. So we're going to try to do like a little winged effect, and then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush to kind of buff it out. I'm picking up a lot of powder, and I just want to do it really thick and messy. Preciseness doesn't really matter too much here, just because we are going to buff it out, and I'm going to go on top with like a black wing liner as well. If you have like a black powder or like a darker brown, that would work even better, but this is just what I have with me right now. The filter has a really like crazy wing, so we kind of want to imitate that, and you want it to be a little bit darker on the actual lash line. Okay, so next I have this little Morphe M433 brush. This has a really nice fluffy tip, but it's a little bit smaller than like my normal crease brush, so I'm actually gonna use this with no product on it, kind of just buff out some of the edges, kind of drawing it, pulling it out on the outer corners. As you can see, that gives it a really pretty like winged out effect. It makes the lash line look a little bit more fuller versus the other eye. So it is fading a little bit right here, so I do want to add a little bit more. I'm actually going to use the same brush and pick up just a little bit of that and kind of tap some in the outer corner, because we want it to be really deep right there. And that is a finished effect. Super pretty. I'm gonna do the same to the other eye. You kind of want to be aware of your eye shape too. I kind of have an almond eye shape, so I know my liner looks best when it's a little bit thicker on the outer corners, but if you prefer your liner to be kind of the same thickness all the way around, that's how you should place the shadow, so that way when you blend it out, it does look really nice and suiting of your eye shape. Then I'm going to use another clean fluffy brush. This is just a random one that I have with no product, and I kind of want to clean out the edges. So I'm just going to add a little bit more shadow to my lash line, make sure that is darker. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Next, I'm gonna go in with some wing liner. I have this one from Honest Beauty that I actually really enjoy, so I'm gonna use this one today. This one is a felt liquid liner. And as you can see from the photo, the eyes look super angular, and you can really get that effect with like a good sharp wing liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to imitate that. So I do have a video on my channel on how I do my wing liners, so if you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend it. It would be super helpful if you really struggle with winglet eyeliner. I'm going to start here on the lash line, and I'm actually just going to speed through this because I have a video on how I do my wing liner. Okay, so this is the finished wing. I accidentally made it a little bit thicker than I intended, but that's okay because we can definitely make it work still. I'm gonna use that same brush that we started off with and pick up some more of the dark brown shadow, and I'm actually gonna pat some right on the edge of the liner just to kind of smoke it out. We want that really smoky effect, so some of that kind of disappeared. Make sure I buff out the edges, and then we're gonna move on to the other eye. Okay, so this is how the eyes look like after. Super dramatic. These lashes make such an impact, and I feel like especially stacked on top of my eyelash extensions, this is exactly the look that I wanted to achieve. If you don't have a pair of lashes like this, one thing that you can do is you can actually double stack lashes. You can take a pair of like Ardell Demi Wispies or Wispies and just put 2 pairs on top of each other to get that really dramatic effect. Or if you wanted just to put on a dramatic set of lashes, I think the wing liner will still give you that kind of like effect. Next, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the face makeup. We want something super full coverage. I wanted to use a foundation that is a little bit darker than my skin tone too, because as you can see with the filter, it kind of just makes your face look like there's like a bronzer effect. So I'm gonna use this foundation. I haven't used it in a really long time, but I love it. It is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And I have it in the shade 485, so I'm just gonna put about 2 pumps of that. I'm actually gonna use my Tati Beauty Blendiful to go ahead and blend that out. One trick that I found with this is I used this yesterday to blend out my makeup, but if you want to use the other side, all you have to do is take the band and kind of like flip it onto the other side, and then you have another whole other application that you can do. So this is what the foundation looks like blended out. If you guys saw my Blendiful video, I love the Blendiful, and I feel like it gives such a pretty effect to the foundation. But I do like going over with a sponge just to make sure that everything is really blended out. Okay, so Brandon's mom had some guests that came over and the dogs went absolutely wild. So I quickly threw on the rest of my makeup. Pretty much all that I did was I grabbed some cream blush and I dragged it across the nose because we want that really cute, like, natural blushing effect. And then I went ahead and bronzed with my Fenty bronzer. I haven't used this in a while, but I forgot how much I enjoyed this. It blended out so easily and I feel like the color gives me the perfect bronzy tan. And then I also really contoured the heck out of my nose because the filter does make it kind of look like my nose is a little bit more snatched, so I wanted to kind of use that. And then I also applied a little bit of highlighter, not a lot, just enough to kind of give my face a light glow. And I did go a little bit heavier on the nose because I just want to kind of emphasize that like short, cute little button nose effect. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the bottom lash line. The filter makes it look like I have a really full bottom lash line as well, so I kind of want to emphasize that. So picking up that same brush that we used in the very beginning in that dark eyeshadow, I want to go ahead and add some shadow to the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take my Beauty Guard mascara. This is actually a mascara that is safe for lash extensions. It's all I've been using lately, but I'm going to go ahead and put that on my lower lash line. And you want to put a lot. I'm kind of holding my brush kind of sideways like this because it helps to apply a lot of product, and we want that really clumpy thick effect. Okay, so that is what the bottom lash line looks like. And next I realized I haven't even set my under eyes yet. That Hourglass concealer is just so stinking pretty and it just looks like it's set itself, but since I have really oily skin, I want to make sure that doesn't move at all. I've been using this KVD Vegan Beauty translucent setting powder, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my under eyes using a sponge. Also, another trick that I found to help really cinch the nose is to grab some translucent powder and kind of run it down the side of my nose. It's kind of like reverse contouring, where when you add a darker color, it kind of makes that part of your face kind of sink in a little bit more. When you add a lighter color, it kind of brings it out, so that helps to make that nose contour stand out just a little bit more. So I always like to do this. Finally, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face, and I'm using this Wander Beauty Wanderlust Powder Foundation in the shade Golden Medium. Just gonna pat this all over my face. This is one of the last few steps before we go ahead and add Faux Freckles. I want a little bit more of the blush to kind of shine through. I feel like that was kind of lost with all the powders that we put on, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Faded Clementine. This is a baked blush, and this color is just so stunning. So I'm gonna apply this in that same area where we had the cream blush earlier, and go ahead and drag it across my nose as well. And I wanna bring this a little bit higher than usual, just because we want the really flush cheeks and kind of a almost suntan look. And this just helps to bring a lot more color to the face as well. It just makes your foundation look a lot more natural looking. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring some down on my chin and on my forehead as well, just to bring some of that color back. Okay, next we're gonna do some lips. I've been loving this Kevyn Aucoin Unforgettable Lip Definer. This is in the shade Minimal. This has a little bit more of a pinky color. I kind of wanna go with some of the pink tones that I have on my cheeks right now. And we wanna overline as well. Okay, next I'm going to use another Kevyn Aucoin lip product. This is the Unforgettable lipstick in the shade Thelmadora. Just kind of like a pretty rose mauve color. I love the formula of these lipsticks because they're very gel-like, and that color is just so pretty. Then finishing off the brows with this Glossier Boy Brow. I enjoy this, but it's not my favorite. I actually prefer the M Cosmetics one over this, but this is definitely not the worst that I've tried. Finally, this look would not be complete without some faux freckles, so I'm actually going to use my brow pencil. This is the ColourPop Boy Brow. I wish I had like a lighter brown with me, but this has a really fine tip, so it'll be perfect for creating those faux freckles. So I'm just going to start dotting, and you want to make sure that you're being super random with it. Some you want like little clusters, some darker and some lighter. As you get to the cheekbones, you want to make the freckles a little bit more spread out, and then on the nose they're usually a little bit more closer together. Then I'm going to take my Blendiful and kind of blend out some of them just so it looks a little bit more natural. And then this is the finished makeup look. I'm going to go ahead and do my hair, and I will be right back. So this is the finished look. I went ahead and changed into a bodysuit. This bodysuit is from Revolve, and I just posted a little TikTok haul on some of the stuff that I picked up from Revolve recently. I also, yesterday was randomly, I was just like in the mood to shop, so I ordered a ton of new clothes for #quarantine life. So I got a lot of cozy outfits, lounging outfits. So if you guys want to see a clothing haul, just let me know down below or thumbs up this video. And this is the finished look. I am obsessed with the way that the face makeup looks. I feel like it's a fairly easy look to recreate as well. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
You can find me at my best when I'm naked, when I'm lying by the pool getting faded. See, I used to give a fuck, now I'm jaded. I'm allergic to the bullshit. Allergic to the bullshit. I read orange soda, Deepak Chopra.